When I was younger, I used to make major declarations to my parents, to my sisters, sometimes even to friends or guys that I was dating, and think I'm setting a boundary. But I would not see the results that I wanted. Recently, I've been doing something that actually works. Boundaries are so much clearer and real when you're not afraid to lose anything. When you have nothing to lose, just think about how much more sincere energetically your communication is, whether you say something, whether you don't say anything at all. The other person is going to realize that you're not going to be cutting slack for them anymore. You're actually noticing a gap and you're inviting them to rise with you. And if they don't want to, then that's on them. And that's okay. Again, no hard feelings, just it's not going to work. Like this is a misalignment. But I have found so much more respect because it's coming from such a self-respecting place myself. That was a lovely way to say it. It's leading to so much more clear respect from others. And people are taking me more seriously because again, they can feel that there's more at stake. Don't talk the talk if you're not going to be able to walk the walk. If you're not willing to stand alone. If you realize that there are toxic dynamics in your life and you want to set boundaries, then you need to have a hard, cold conversation with yourself about whether or not you are actually prepared to set boundaries. Because I think we talk and talk and talk about setting boundaries, but we don't actually want to set boundaries because they come at a price. They come at the price of possibly needing to stand alone, and that is scary for your nervous system. You have to get in sync with yourself. You got to get your nervous system, your emotional body, your energy body all on the same page as your mind. That's the difference, by the way, between the noise and the talking the talk and the walking the walk is disembodiment and fragmentation are going to have you saying things while your body is still leaning into the old dynamics, right? It's that unconscious split between I want this change, I want this growth, I want to be treated better, but my nervous system is still leaning into and feeding these dynamics unconsciously because they feel familiar and safe. So you need to get back on the same page with yourself. You need to get in union. You got to get your whole being on the same page so that when you do set a boundary, you don't even need to use your words most of the time. It's all there, and that's when it has an impact. But then again, you're also prepared for the consequences of that, which aren't really consequences if at the end of the day you want to see change. You want to see better and healthier dynamics. Well, you gotta be prepared to lose the ones that aren't. I think that even though certain things will end, it's not about ending, dramatic endings or cutting people off or severing ties or whatever. It's about choosing yourself. It's about embodiment, congruence and alignment with your values. By that I mean truly internally embodying, living what you say, living your truth. Again, walking the walk, not talking the talk. And that's a hard thing to do. That takes time. That takes self-mastery. But that is going to lead to choosing yourself and letting whatever needs to burn down, do so. Because when you choose yourself, when you are in alignment in that way, nothing matters more. As humans, we're wired for connection, but you're going to be just fine standing alone if you've got your own back. What I realize is that I don't owe the old me anything. I don't owe any of that life, anything. Because I'm not that person anymore. I am now someone who I attract and I welcome and I embrace healthy, conscious connection. And if people are not going to show up with presence and integrity, then there's really not going to be a lot of room for them in my life. And I don't need to say that for them to feel the dissonance if they're going to show up smaller, that there's a gap between where I am and where they still are. Or if some people are courageous and brave and want to, live fully too, then they'll be inspired by my growth and they'll join me. And I'll always leave room for that growth, but I will never place any expectation on anyone else. I will never place my happiness or my worth into other people's paths or choices. Like I'm whole. I'm perfectly okay where I am and how I am. I know that if they don't rise with me, someone else will, or someone else will meet me on my path already there. And that's something that you can always have faith in. And the more you go along in this journey, the more radically courageous you are with being clear and honest about who you are, the more, yes, that certain people and things will fall away, but so quickly things will replace them. So quickly. And it's building a muscle. It's truly building a muscle. You don't need to hold any boundaries. They are gonna always hold you as you become more of who you actually are. The way you show up, the version of you that you're stepping into is going to speak for herself by existing. That's how crazy powerful we are. Crazy powerful our bodies are. Don't forget that we are energy. Never forget that. Your energy is always going to speak so much louder than words ever possibly can. And boundaries are the result of that ongoing, never-ending conversation that your body and your energy are having with the world and other people. Let me know in the comments below what boundary you've been holding in your life and how it's showing up. Is it coming through words? Is it coming through your frequency? Is it a little bit of both? Let me know. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more content like this. I post long form videos on Mondays and Fridays, and I post shorts every single day of the week, but Sundays. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.